So, think you've heard of every amazing place on Earth? Think again. We've all seen the vlogs from Paris, Tokyo, New York. You know, the usual suspects. And they're great, don't get me wrong. But what about the places that fly completely under the radar? The cities with stories so wild they sound like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. We're talking about entire communities living in a single building, a city with no money or government, and even a place so remote you literally can't drive to it. We're going to take a closer look at 5 of the most underrated, most unique, and honestly, most mind-blowing cities on the planet. All right, let's get into it. All right, first up, we're heading to India, to a place called Auroville. And this one is different. On the surface, it looks like a peaceful, architecturally unique town. But when you look at the spec sheet, the core features are what make it so wild. The big headline here is that Auroville is designed to be a universal city, a place where people from all over the world can live in peace and harmony. The most interesting design choice? There's no private property in the traditional sense. Everything is owned by the foundation, collectively. And maybe even more radical, there's no official currency used in daily transactions. Instead of cash, residents have an account number and transactions are logged. It's a cashless system that's been running for decades, way before Apple Pay was a thing. At its center is the metropolises, this huge golden sphere that serves as a place for silent concentration. It's an incredible piece of architecture and engineering. The whole city is an ongoing experiment. It's a beta test for a different way of life, constantly being updated and patched. It's not about having the latest smartphone. It's about testing the human operating system itself. Whether you think it's a blueprint for the future or a failed experiment, you can't deny that Auroville is one of the most unique urban designs on the planet. Okay, from a city that invites the world, we go to one that shuts it out completely. Next up is Norilsk, Russia. This one is seriously intriguing because it's a closed city. What does that mean? It means if you're not a Russian citizen, you can't just book a flight and go. You need special permission from the government, and it's rarely granted. This level of exclusivity in the 21st century is pretty rare. The reason for all the secrecy goes back to its roots. Norilsk was built as a Soviet Gulag labor camp and became a major center for mining and metallurgy. It's the world's northernmost city with more than 100,000 people, and it sits on top of the largest nickel, copper, and palladium deposits on Earth. For 2 months in the winter, the sun doesn't rise at all. It's complete polar night. Temperatures can drop to minus 60 degrees Celsius. The city is so isolated that residents often refer to the rest of Russia as the mainland. It's a level of isolation that's hard to comprehend. So you have this city, shrouded in mystery, operating under some of the harshest conditions imaginable. It's a black box, a city that exists almost entirely in stories and satellite images for the outside world. All right, let's pivot to a place that deals with extreme heat instead of extreme cold. We're going to the Australian outback to a town called Coober Pedy. From the surface, it doesn't look like much. Just a dusty, barren landscape with a few buildings scattered around. But the secret here isn't what you see on the surface. It's what you don't see. The vast majority of the town's population, its homes, shops, hotels, and even churches, are all built underground. This isn't some novelty gimmick. It's a brilliant, low-tech solution to a serious problem. Coober Pedy is the opal capital of the world, but it's located in a place where summer temperatures can soar to over 45 degrees Celsius, or 113 Fahrenheit, in the shade. So, the early opal miners, who were already digging for gems, had a clever idea. Why not just keep digging and make your home in the hillside? The result is a network of underground homes called dugouts. What's so smart about this design is its natural climate control. The sandstone underground maintains a constant, comfortable temperature of around 23 degrees Celsius, or 73 Fahrenheit, all year round. No air conditioning needed. The interiors aren't dingy caves either. They're proper homes, often spacious and beautifully carved out of the rock, with all the modern amenities you'd expect. They just don't have windows. So, Coober Pedy represents this amazing fusion of necessity and ingenuity. It's a city built by subtraction, by carving away material rather than adding it. It's a city that literally went underground to survive and thrive. Okay, so we've seen cities that are isolated by politics and by climate. Now let's talk about a city that's isolated by geography in a way that's almost hard to believe. Welcome to Iquitos, Peru. At first glance, it seems like a bustling, vibrant city with a population of nearly 500,000 people. It's got markets, historical architecture, a lively culture. But here's the kicker. You cannot drive to Iquitos. It is the largest city in the entire world that is completely inaccessible by road. Think about that for a second. A city with almost 475,000 residents, and not a single road connects it to any other city. It's a metropolitan island, completely surrounded by the dense, impenetrable Amazon rainforest on one side and the Amazon River on the other. The only way in or out is by boat, which can take days, or by flying. This geographical constraint has shaped every single aspect of life here. Every car you see on the streets, every piece of construction material, every single product in the stores, it all had to arrive by air or by water. The logistics of this are just mind-boggling. The city is famous for its moto taxis, these three-wheeled rickshaws that are perfectly suited for the city's internal road network. But those vehicles themselves had to be shipped in piece by piece and assembled locally. The port of Iquitos is the lifeblood of the city, a chaotic, fascinating hub where everything and everyone arrives and departs. So, Iquitos is this incredible paradox. It's a major urban center that feels completely disconnected from the rest of the world. All right, for our last stop, we're going to another extreme of isolation, but this one is on a much smaller, much weirder scale. We're heading to Whittier, Alaska. And the secret of this city is all about efficiency. Extreme efficiency. Because in Whittier, almost the entire population of about 200 people lives inside a single building. That's right, one building. It's called Beigich Towers, and it's basically the entire town under one roof. This isn't a new age co-living startup. It's a relic of the Cold War. Beigich Towers was originally built as a United States Army barracks in the 1950s. It's a massive 14-story concrete structure designed to be self-sufficient. When the military left, the building was converted into a condominium, and the residents of Whittier just moved in. Inside, you'll find not just apartments, but also the post office, a grocery store, a health clinic, the mayor's office, a laundromat, and even a church in the basement. The city's school is connected to the tower by an underground tunnel, so the kids never have to go outside in the harsh Alaskan weather. And the weather here is no joke. Whittier gets an average of 250 inches of snow a year and sees winds of over 60 miles per hour. So Whittier is less of a city and more of a vertical neighborhood. It raises so many interesting questions about community and privacy. Everyone knows everyone. Your mayor is your neighbor down the hall. Your grocer lives on the floor above you. It's a social experiment born from military engineering and environmental necessity. A whole city compressed into a single data block. So, there you have it. 5 cities that are pushing the boundaries of what a city can be. From a cashless utopia in India and an underground town in Australia, to a forbidden industrial hub in the Arctic, a roadless city in the Amazon, and an entire town in a single building in Alaska. Each one is a product of its unique environment and history, a custom-built solution to a very specific set of challenges. They might not have the glitter of a global capital, but the ingenuity and sheer human will on display is, I think, way more interesting. These places make you think. They challenge the default settings of our own lives. Why do we live the way we do? Is it the only way? The world is full of these hidden gems and incredible stories, and we're just scratching the surface. Which city surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing discoveries from around the world. We've got a lot more to explore. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.